Drug addiction is defined as a chronic disorder where people compulsively seek and use drugs despite harmful consequences.
The best way I can think of to describe it is if you're taking a walk and a dog suddenly jumps out at you, you get that feeling in your stomach, right? It gets kind of tingly in your fingertips and your legs get a little jelly-like. There's a whole cascade of chemical reactions that are taking place in your body at that very moment. Now imagine a toddler, an infant, a 3, 4, 5-year-old whose body is being bathed in those chemicals 24/7. Those are the children that we're dealing with. Their little brains actually wire differently.
I want to share with you guys the story of Sarah. Sarah was 4 years old when her uncle started selling her out of their home. It happened throughout the evenings, and she went to school as a normal girl. Everything was completely normal on the outside, but when she went home, these things were happening. Over her time there, she learned her social skills. Imagine at age 4, all you're going through is trauma. You don't learn how to cook, you don't learn how to clean, you don't learn how to do anything that a normal adult would know. She learned who she is as a child of God, made a profession of faith, and was baptized.
Which develops first, addiction or mental illness? What do we think? Raise the hands. What, does addiction come first? People with mental health disorders are more likely to have a substance use disorder than those who not. The important part is to just recognize, seek the help, and try to figure out, with the help of others, what's going to work for you.
There wasn't a door here in our own community that had somebody in crisis could walk through. And that matters because in rural areas, distance is more than geography. It's the distance between struggle and help. And it's the distance between silence and being heard. And boy, do we need to be heard. From 2011 to today, our small community had lost 22 lives to suicide. These aren't just numbers. These are fathers, brothers, neighbors, friends, and a mother deeply tied to the agricultural way of life.
Every single one of them. This is not just, prison ministry, but every single one of us is one of those 4 places. Either A, we're needing to know that we can be forgiven, and there's a Savior who died on the cross for us. We just celebrated Easter. Every single one of us is in this second place, the second place. It's a place, okay, God, I know that I'm saved, but I don't know how to change. Would you help me change, right? Would you sanctify me, help me to change? Or we're in this third group, every single one of us in the third group, saying, okay, God, I've been saved, I'm sanctified, but you show me your purpose. And for me, it was a radical change. It was me boo-hooing my eyeballs out, couldn't even see the road to get to work. I said, God, what's your purpose? Oh my God, I'm gonna run off the road, please speak to me. It was serious.
They said, Dave, you want to go to a women's prison? And I said, there's no way I'm going to a women's prison. And I went up there, and it was like, the women were worshiping and they were crying, and I go, oh my God. I said, these women are really hurting. And I got 2 daughters, so I think that was part of it. But when I saw them crying, and they prayed for them at the end, and they said, oh, this is what happened to me, please pray for my son just died, or my parents are sick, or whatever. And I'm going, oh my God, this is awful, and you're in prison. So it really broke my heart. And so I started coming every other week. And then about 6 months later, I started coming every week.